Hey everybody, welcome to your monthly reading. I try to do one of these every month, so let's get started. This column is your current status, how you're doing. Future. The middle card is usually the overall energy of your reading. Most people call it the most important one. Me, I just call it another card. And hopes and fears over here at the very end. I have no idea what these things are going to be, so alright, let's get started. Five of Cups. Yeah, you've been thinking about the past, haven't you? You're always thinking about, what used to be. Yeah, that happens a lot. I get that. The Ten of Cups, though, everything, even though you're thinking about the past, the Ten of Cups is all about happily ever after. Okay? So if you're thinking about that, right, you're, you're in a good place right now, but you still got memories of the past. Nostalgia, bad things, good things. You're just thinking about how things used to be. And maybe that's not always a bad thing, because if you got the Ten of Cups up there, you're probably thinking like, you know, things have been a lot worse. And the Knave of Discs, basically the Page of Discs. So you've been working on your money pretty good. You've been hitting it real hard. And the Pentacles are the slowest card to deck, the Earth signs. And that usually means you're in a good spot and you've been working on your finances. You probably have a new job, or you've just started one for a month and you're trying to show off, you're trying to do real good. You're trying to push it a little bit, right? That's what the Page of Pentacles usually means. You're making money. Oh, the Magician shows up in the future. Well, this makes sense, because if you're making money and you're in a good spot here, and you've been thinking about the past, which is neither here nor there, the Magician is all about manifestation, bringing something new into the world, having the ability, the tools to bring your stuff into the world. So you've been making the money. So your future, you'll have power to bring the stuff you want, new ideas. Good for you. Manifestation. The World. Oh boy. The World card is all about ending a cycle. The World card is about completion. It's the last card in the tarot deck. Major Arcana, big energy. Yeah, you see him in my tower readings a lot. So that means a cycle is over in your world. You've done something and you've moved on, and you're doing your best, right? Maybe a cycle of pain, suffering. Maybe you haven't had a job in a while and you got one. Ten of Cups, Pentacles. Looking back on how things used to be. Not always a bad thing, like I said. And your middle card is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a no-nonsense kind of card. It's all about the hard truth. She's not, mean, but she's the head over the heart decision. So you're really focusing on your money right now. Clearly, you're not. You don't have any time for emotional games. You don't want to play. You don't want to play that because you've been there. That might be what this is about too, right? You're thinking about all the mistakes you've made in the past. You don't want to do it ever again. So, and the World card is about completing a cycle. So that's probably you making your money, not having to depend on people, if that was the case, or you're finally moving ahead in the world. So your cycle of misery is over. And the Queen of Swords, like I said, she's straight to the point. No nonsense. She'll listen to your emotions, and then she'll be like, but this is what we're going to do. She ain't got no... She ain't got no time for nonsense. Let's just say that. The Fool. Oh, hopes and fears. The Fool card. The Fool card is all about clean slates. starting over. You're afraid that all of this can come to an end at any time. You're afraid that you can't handle what you're doing, probably, because if you're doing this, the Page of Pentacles, you're working really hard, and you don't want to mess up. You don't want to screw up. And you're thinking about this, Five of Cups, which is probably all the mistakes you made in the past, like I said. And right now, you're in a good spot. But the past is always close, and you've been working really hard, the Magician, and all these. But the Fool card is all about, what if all of this comes to an end? What if I can't do it? What if I have to start over? Can I do that? Well, let's see what comes up next. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, okay. I don't know if this is hope or fear, because the Ace of Cups is all about new love, right? New relationships, new connections. Something coming out of the blue and saying, the universe is giving this to you. So you're probably, since all of this represents making money, focused on yourself, new ideas, you're in a good spot, thinking about the past and ending a cycle, that you don't want to make any more mistakes again, right? The Fool card is all about starting over, blank slate, no plan. And I think that's a big fear for a lot of people. What if I have to start over, right? No plan, no direction. And the Ace of Cups, that could go either way, depending on if you're looking for something or not. Because what if someone does come into your life, right? And then it's like, oh God, could I handle that again? Maybe you've been through a lot of relationships, or maybe just one really bad one. And fear, hopes and fears. Well, the Hermit. The Hermit is all about isolation. It's like looking inside yourself for answers. So maybe you're a little bit afraid you've been spending a lot of time by yourself. Maybe you don't have a life. Maybe you're feeling like your work is consuming you and you're kind of stuck in cabin fever mode. Right? Right. All right, let's take a quick look. Seven of Wands for the Ten of Cups. Seven of Wands is all about, fights, battles, right? You've had it's you against the world. So you're in a good spot, but you've had to fight everything to get here. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, like I said, you're working really hard, and you got a no-nonsense attitude about it. You are going to push and push and push until you break. The Knight of Swords is a fast-moving energy. The Cups, let's see this. The Chariot. Yeah, the Chariot on the Five of Cups is all about thinking of the past, but these thoughts are quick. These thoughts are super fast. You're thinking about them, but you don't have the time to think about them. They're not dwelling. Justice and the Magician, yeah, you're all in balance. Your future is going to be bringing new stuff into the world, but you're going to be balanced out. You're going to be fine. You're not going to be overwhelmed. That's a cool thing. Seven of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Well, the Seven of Cups is all about options, right? So even though you're going to have a lot of options, whether it be making money, ideas, paths you could take, but the Queen of Swords is going to say you're going to have to pick the one that you care about the most and cut off all the rest. Anything that doesn't serve you, gone. Queen of Cups in the world. Well, Queen of Cups is a motherly figure, usually. She is love and this, that, and the other. So the end of the cycle might be, the end of I don't think it's the end of a relationship, but it might be the end of bad relationships. You might have been in a whole bunch, maybe. Or maybe one bad one, like I said. And what happens, right? Maybe this cycle, the ending of a cycle allows you to open up a little bit. Because the Ace of Cups is over here, right? The Fool card and the King of Cups. Yep. Yeah, okay. Both cups show up. Yeah, okay. King. So maybe the Fool card is all about starting over. And if you're doing this, it's starting over in a new relationship, as you can see there. Sorry, I have a cell phone. I'm doing the best I can here. But, and it's the King of Cups. It's like a brand new relationship with no goals, right? That could be a fear. It's like, I mean, you get into something and you're like, well, what's going to happen next? And most relationships are like, oh, the Judgment card. I like that. Judgment card and the Ace of Cups. New love, sure. But you're going to have to make a judgment call. You're going to have to balance. Now, some people see the judgment card as a symbol of the divine, like a divine justice angel coming out, new life, stuff like that. But, so if there is new life and you're going to have to make a judgment call, you're going to have to decide. It's going to take some hermit time. Think about it. Make a big one, because this is a big decision right here. It could be a hope. It could be a fear for some of you. And all the cups are showing up today. Holy cow. The Knight of Cups with the Hermit. So even though you're probably afraid of being isolated, there is someone in your life that still cares about you. They may not be able to be there all the time because you've probably set up some boundaries, right? You probably are like, oh yeah, I can't be in a relationship, and they're still there for you, even in little ways. Yeah, that's the Knight of Cup. He just doesn't give up. Kind of relentless. So there's your reading. This probably won't resonate for everybody, but I feel like this is a good one for a lot of people because it's July, end of July right now. So, if this resonates with you, great. If not, chuck it. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The Five of Discs. Sorry. Yeah, the Five of Discs is all about being rejected. That's the underlying energy of the deck. And that's always a constant fear for everybody. It's like you just... Yeah, I don't know. Bottom of the deck cards don't mean too much to me anyway. To some people, they're a huge deal. And to me, You take that as you will. The Five of Discs is all about, being out in the cold. Being left alone. So if that resonates with anybody, that might resonate with someone in your life. Maybe that's how you're making someone feel. Because all of this, working really hard, not giving up, having everything, but you've had to fight everything just to get here. Thinking about the past, but not very fast. All of this stuff feels like it's all about you, which is fine. You need to focus on you, but there's probably someone out there in your life, right here. You're isolated, you're alone, you're too tired to do anything, but they're still taking care of you, right? They're still, even though you won't let them in, they're still standing out there and like, there you go, in the cold. Five of Discs at the end of the card, right? At the bottom of the deck. They're still out there doing their thing, even though you keep pushing them away because you got to work on you. But there you go. Hopes and fears. Future looks great, actually. Got plenty of options, but you got a good head. Have the ability to bring stuff into the future. You've got plans. It's going to be balanced. No big deal. No devil energy. That's amazing. World card, you're completing a cycle. You're never going back. You're never going back to what the past was. Any of that thought. And the Queen of Cups. So this ending of a cycle might allow you to find someone new. All right. There's your monthly reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I have a cell phone, and I know it's kind of difficult to read sometimes, but, thanks for watching. If you like this, please hit the subscribe button. Thanks for getting this far into it, and I will see you tomorrow with a normal tower reading. See ya. Bye.